Hello! Again, welcome to another video! You may remember me from such productions as Man spends lots of money on setup, Man spends lots of money on setup and it doesn't work, Man spends lots of money and it kinda works. Well, now you get to join me on Man setup does work, but he still wants to spend money on setup. Is that what the title should be? I like to spend all of my free time doing these things, clearly, because I've just finished working for the day and now I'm doing more work. So in the mail I've received many things, as you can tell. I've received many things, mainly adding 2 new Elgato products to my setup. I say that, I've actually got another to add over there, and I'm also removing an Elgato. Listen, there's a lot more than that. There's a lot of switches, splitters, cables. Cables! You remember the cable that runs across? The cable here, this is a DisplayPort cable that runs from this monitor to this monitor, and I want to kill it. I want to rid it, so I got a longer one. And then I can hide it. Instagram saw it first, but this is a new light. Gonna replace this thing. I hate it. This monitor is going to work. And finally, we have 3 Elgato wall mounts. That's right, there's a brand new product from Elgato. There's a lot of Elgato stuff. They are a sponsor, and so I just ask. And they're like, yeah. Oh, and this annoying LED that needs to be fixed. So I got these things to adjust, to fix them. As you can tell, this is gonna be an action-packed video. Think tape can hold me? Absolutely not. Yes. Okay, Camlink Pro. This, for those of you who don't know, I use 2 cameras on the setup. I've been plugging into the same PC. Basically, there's a limit. There's a bandwidth limit. I'm maxing it out. My mic's playing up, eliminate all of that with the PCI card, which is so much better for HDMI ports, which means I can have up to 4 HDMI cameras. Right now, I have 2 or 3 that I can use. I can use a little handheld one. I'm so excited for that. I have been planning a series, guys. This series is coming together, and all this stuff, all this setup modification that I'm doing very much is required for this series, and I can't wait to share more with you. Next up is this boy, which is a Wave XLR. Now this I am very, very, very excited about. You may remember that I use an XLR microphone. Oh god. I used one of these mics because they're just better. They're superior. The Elgato mic is very, very good, but this type of microphone just doesn't take up as much sound. This allows me to use the Elgato microphone software, which is very, very good for gaming stuff, and use an XLR mic. This I'm skeptical about. I may return this. We'll see if it works. Basically, it's a DisplayPort splitter. I've used HDMI splitters in the past and they've worked great, but a DisplayPort one? Will that ever work? Speaking of HDMI. Oh man, I just want to get started. I need to stop showing you this stuff and we're just gonna do it. That's a no. That didn't work. Basically, I could only have a certain combination. I can only have 4 monitors. I assumed that I could just duplicate and it would count as one, but it doesn't like it. So HDMI is the answer. I don't really want to go HDMI with a monitor, but it is the solution. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And unfortunately that one's upside down. Which, because I'm using a HDMI splitter, this one is this way so that the logo is furthest away from the seam. This one is this way. I've either got to flip it in the monitor software, maybe I could do that, but more likely I'm gonna have to flip that monitor around. This is painful. But anyway, I want these 2 screens the same because then I can get exactly what it's seeing on either, doesn't matter. And now I need another HDMI splitter. And yes, I'm using HDMI on PC. Oh. It's been many weeks since we actually saw each other. Welcome back. And I'm gonna show you something pretty snazzy. Turn this up. Oh, yes, that's too bright. What the hell are you doing? Trying to blind yourself? We clearly have the brand new light up, which is just, it's so much better. It's so much better. It's so bright, you can tell, like, it's too bright on the full setting, but for when I'm working, editing, the space is just so much brighter. Let's actually put the blind up as well because filming in the dark, I don't have to anymore. Look, why have I put this in a bedroom? Because I can. Couple of updates since we last were together, me and you. The cable across here has gone. Amazing. I at some point want to get a longer cable for this so I can mount it on the table. Great. Temporary solution of sticking the power to the top of the desk. It's not working. I now have 2 HDMI splitters. Look at me splashing out on the cash. So now when I'm recording over here, where my snazzy chair, I want to get in the sim rig. Oh yes, both screens are duplicated and identical. Which means it's so much easier to switch between recording both without having double the equipment. They're amazing. You should get many of them. I've had so many for years. I don't know why I don't buy these a little bit sooner. I wait till the last minute to the point I really need it, and then I buy it. I don't know. The new Elgato card is in, so I can basically turn on both cameras, open up the software of my choice. Currently very dark, camera number 1, and switcheroo to camera number 2. Oh, it makes my life so much easier. So much easier. What else? What's next? There's more to do. That's not it. We have got to do some wall mounting. Now, this is one of my absolute favorite Elgato products that they have sent me. It is literally just a wall mount that basically has the screw in it so you can attach your camera, your lighting. You can attach a bloody microphone arm if you really wanted to. I wouldn't recommend that. I literally asked for 3 because I didn't want to take the piss. I would have asked for more, but first thing I'm gonna do is I'm actually just gonna mount this light on the rig to the wall. It's gonna be super easy and super clean. I've got the light on it just because then I can pick where it goes a little bit easier. I can always adjust it afterwards. I want it to be clean. I'm gonna use 2 stud finders to make sure. The reason I'm using 2, I hate electronic ones, but they're good for wires. These are much better for actually finding studs. We'll find out. Is there a stud here? Over there, not very useful, but what about electronics? Nothing. Good. Okay. Let's send it. And we'll just go for some basic plugs for this, because it's not that heavy, but I should have covered the camera. Now, I did just check the maximum load capacity. It's actually 1.5 kgs. This is actually 1.37 something. It's pretty close. But being honest with you, I think that it would hold a lot more. I'm happy to put my camera on that. Got a 4 mounting point. I'm using like the cheapest plugs. It's just to protect themselves. So, you know, I had to say that, but I had to make sure they didn't be like, oh, Theo, what are you doing? There we are. It is mounted on just the wall, and I will be planning to do the same for the camera there, just to tidy everything up, and this is what it was on before. So there we are, my friends. We are done for today. Now, I need to order a few more things. I know, it's getting a little bit ridiculous, but this is sorted. The camera will be done. I need to figure out basically some wire management stuff. I've mostly got it, but since doing it, some things have fallen and I've added more cables. But considering how much stuff is under there, I'm pretty impressed with myself. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this. Just doing smaller things ultimately adds to the bigger picture. My life is so much easier now. I am ready to film some sim rig stuff, which in fact you would have already seen some of it. There's going to be a lot more. Be sure to smash like, subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you in the next one. Until next time, peace.